John Denver wrote about leaving on a jet plane. Elton John wrote about Benny and the Jets. Does anyone write music about props? Stay tuned for what's great and what's not about jet boats. Hi, I'm Sean from Lens Cove Lessons in Boating. We get a lot of people asking us about jet boats, and lots of people buy them for the right reasons. Jet boats are a ton of fun, and they give you some things and attributes that other types of boats, outboard power, inboard power, or sterndrive, don't give you. So in today's video, we're going to go over the pros of a jet boat. Why is it great? What are the things that people love about it? And what are the things that it does that no other type of boat will do? We're also going to go over the negatives of a jet boat. What are its limitations? Why does some attributes of a jet boat maybe not for you? And then we're going to sum it all up with a bit of a comparison between the different power choices of jet boat, sterndrive, outboard, and inboard towboat. Jet boats are great because they don't draw a lot of water. One of the real positives to a jet boat is that there is no propulsion, prop, or lower unit below the hull of the boat. Because the jets are mounted up inside the hull, or what we call impellers instead of propellers, they don't draw near as much water, so the risk of impact damage is dramatically reduced. And if you have a shallow dock or a spot on your lake where you have to get through to get out into the open water that draws is less than 18 inches, a jet boat may be the perfect and/or only choice for you in order to get into water that shallow. Another pro of a jet boat is speed and fun. Because of the way the jet directs the propulsion of the water out the back of the boat, it can give you extremely fast acceleration and also the ability to turn it literally on a dime. And that is a ton of fun when you're out on the water. If you're playful in mind, if you like acceleration, if you like the ability to cut quickly in and out of turns and spin around and make your occupants in the boat wet and really have a blast, then the jet boat might be right for you. Another pro of a jet boat is safety when swimming. Because of that issue of not having any propulsion below the water, you can kick and swim at the back of a boat and there are no sharp edges. It's really nice when you have little kids and you're out swimming in a bay that you know they're not going to cut a toe on a prop. When we're talking about jet propulsion in boats, we're typically talking about Sea-Doo or BRP or Yamaha. They are the main players in the market for power, and then there are other manufacturers that build boats. One of the cons of a jet boat is that it is louder. The engines tend to rev higher, produce more noise, and therefore can cause occupants of the boat to not be able to have good conversation. So that ambient noise in the boat at all times is louder than a traditional outboard or IO. Another con is that there is no real transmission. So the boat is in gear or the impeller spinning from the second you start the boat. Even though there's a gate to direct the thrust in neutral, it's still moving and the boat tends to wander a little bit when you start the engines at the dock. Another con is that it tends to be harder to maneuver around the docks. When you turn the wheel to right in reverse, it pulls it to the left and vice versa. So it is hard for people to get used to the way a jet boat handles around the dock. Another con of the jet boat is that all other things being equal, they tend to use more fuel and are less efficient than a traditional IO or outboard. Because the impeller is up inside the hull, there is less bite on the water, and for every revolution, you use more fuel and the engines rev higher. So for the same usage, you will use more fuel in a jet boat. The last thing that is a negative in a jet boat is that things can get sucked up into the grate and into the impellers from the bottom of the lake or out on the lake. Things like plastic bags, clumps of weeds, small stones and rocks in shallow water. So it can cause damage, and it can also leave you stranded if it sucks up a big pile of weeds and there's no way to get them out. Thank you for joining us on today's Lens Cove Lessons in Boating. Hopefully by the end of this video, you now understand what's great about jet-powered boats and what's not so great. We find that there are a lot of people who get excited about the idea and end up trading on a traditional inboard, outboard, or outboard because there is something about a jet boat that they don't like. However, there are some real good pros for them, and you may find that it's the right boat for you. Check out this link for Outboards versus Sterndrives, and check out the description below for more boating resources. Thanks for joining us on today's Lens Cove Lessons in Boating. Make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you out on the water.